one hand.
How many of you are visiting for the first time today?
This is your second time, even though the first time you technically weren't there. I was pregnant with her when I was here last time. I was in my mom's stomach. Nice way of putting it, Kate. I was in my mom's stomach. Nice way of putting it. I was like 3 months pregnant with her. You know the rocket park in Iowa? My sister was almost born. My mom's water broke right when we showed up, and then she's like, James, we gotta go now.
Before we get started, I have some reminders for you guys. First off, this walkway I'm standing on is now closed. There's going to be some exciting activity right up here on this walkway. So for everyone's safety, please try to remain seated. You have to exit for any reason. Find the nearest set of stairs closest to you and exit up. And one last quick question, guys. This time by a show of hands. Who here has a camera and plans on taking a picture during the show? Fantastic. Take as many pictures as you like. But if you can take the time right now to turn the flash off your camera,
My camera's got good pictures.
Thank you so much for your help.
Well, when we get to your house, I might have to watch it.
Aquarium's Aquatic Show.
So you can see, because they're going to have lights on.
Today's aquatic show. You're going to get a very special behind-the-scenes look at how we build strong relationships with the animals in our care. You'll see firsthand how we train, and you'll see how the animals' participation in this training.
You can see better like this, guys.
And well-being. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to our training.
We're on the back. He's going to tell us to sit down. See, we're on the...
You see two bee trainers out there in the habitat. Starting over here to the island on the left, you'll see April.
I want her job.
Right there in the back is Emmy.
The lady standing with the dolphins. I just want to...
Don't dolphins bite?
No.
So they protect.
They're like the dogs of the ocean.
So they protect
Yeah.
humans, but if there was a shark.
Their needle nose can kill a shark. That's why their nose is so pointy.
Before the training can begin, we first have to build a relationship with the animal. So let's see how that relationship is developed. You'll see a feeding TK, moving TK for the scrub, on the back, on the side. You'll also see a splashing TK. These are all things that TK enjoys. Now, we make this experience something that TK looks forward to. And after we build that strong relationship, we then teach the dolphins very important sounds. The sound of our whistle. We teach them that
God, I'm shaking like mad. I just shake all the time.
April blows the whistle, calls and whistle applause. Blows the whistle again. This time, calls and we fish. Blows the whistle third time, calls and then rub on the belly. Now, by following that whistle sound, the people, the dolphins enjoy, they learn that that whistle sound means good. So now we can start playing some games. For the first game we play is game 4. The object of this game is simple. An dolphin is our head to a target. When we first begin, that target is the trainer's hand. Watch as April touches TK
could scoot down.
What to? You guys want to scoot down?
You have to scoot down. You guys can't. We just got permission.
So we'll sit where we were going to sit anyway. We're going to scoot down. How about you don't sit on the stairs, guys?
With their tail. Great way for an animal to see what's going on above the surface of the water. Look over here to the left. You'll see dolphins slapping the surface of the water with their tail. Or look towards the center. This is a great way for a dolphin.
Yeah. Go ahead. You guys can sit down there.
But whenever we
As long as I can see you.
perform these amazing natural behaviors,
see better.
we blow the whistle. You guys remember what that whistle sound means? It means good or thank you. That's right. So when the dolphins know that we like what they do, there's a good chance they'll do it again. Then when they start to repeat this behavior, that's when we assign a hand signal to it to ask them to do it on cue. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you how that hand signal works together with the whistle. To do that this time, let's focus over here to the island on the right, where Lana is working with Control. In just a moment,
I want to take off my
Lana's going
shoes.
to ask Control to swim towards the
I
center
hate
of the
shoes.
habitat and leap into the air. Now, timing
Sorry, I
is
keep bouncing
very
around people that are going to watch
so
this
watch
later.
for the hand signal and listen for the whistle. Here we go. There's a hand signal. Now watch towards the center. Fantastic. Leap into the air. By Control. Did you hear when we blew that whistle? It was at the highest point of Control's jump. That told Control that height was the most important thing. And we can blow the whistle at different times and it would mean different things. Say we blew the whistle
Right,
at Control's body,
yeah.
the water made a big splash.
Eventually they'll do all
That would tell
three.
Control that that splash is the most important thing. That's exactly how we're going to show everybody right here. Probably ruin your cameras in just a moment.
Why do you think I want to take off my shoes? I hate shoes.
Just kidding, we're not going to do that. Everybody else in this audience want to see that happen to you guys though. We will blow the whistle though at a different time. I want you to see how this changes the rules of the game. So again, watch for the hand signal and listen for the whistle. Here comes Control. Just one jump and no whistle. Let's see what happens. Second jump, still no whistle. Third jump, no whistle. And there's a whistle on the fourth jump. Have a big round of applause for Control. There's everything back in the water. Okay, we're going to be playing next. So we're going to show you some advanced training now. That targeting game that you learned about earlier can be used for different things. Over here on the left, you'll see that April is working again with TK. We're going to teach TK how to do something really cool. We want TK to jump backwards out of the water. So what we're doing is we're using that targeting buoy to ask TK to follow it. You'll see that she jumps backwards. Watch again, here comes April. And TK jumps backwards out of the water. Now eventually we're going to add a hand signal to this. And so we practice this game several times. Then you'll see April give the hand signal and then use that targeting buoy to ask TK what to do. Now we might take that targeting buoy out of the equation and see if TK still recognizes what we're asking her to do. We'll do it again. And she does a great job going backwards. Now that was without using that targeting buoy. That's what we're asking TK to do. It shows that TK has learned what that hand signal means.
They got to keep
She's
them
doing
going.
an awesome job. Now,
And they're playing
April
with
puts
the
away
dog.
that targeting buoy completely. So let's see if we can give that hand signal again and TK will jump backwards out of the water. Here we go. Well, she started to jump backwards out of the water, then decided to just swim backwards. So we'll try again. Now we might add that targeting buoy back in just to make sure that TK knows exactly what we're asking her to do. There we go, there's the hand signal. And TK does a great job. We'll stop right there. Now, yeah, you can give her a nice round of applause. Now what we want to do is we're going to show you what it looks like after we've gone through all of that training and we put it all together. So we're going to ask or rather Cree now. Cree has learned how to do this and she's going to show you what it looks like at the end. There's one jump, two jumps, and there's a whistle on the second jump. Have a big round of applause for Cree. We end on a positive note. That makes sure that these animals are excited to play this game once we come back to it. So now we're going to show you, our dolphins are going to say goodbye. So watch towards the back of the habitat. Here we go. Our dolphins are going to show off in a very special way. Look towards the back.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's get a big round of applause for the Pacific Lions. Before we bring out another animal into the habitat, we first would like to introduce you to a new addition to the shed family.
Look at the beluga whale.
It's now at 7:48 with a really touching rescue story. An infant sea otter was found stranded in California last month. She was saved and was quickly taken to Chicago's Shed Aquarium, and that's where NBC's Kevin Nibbles picks things up.
Welcome to a nursery unlike any other, where it's time for this baby to have a mom.
It's me, Uncle Kevin.
Oh, I want to take it home.
This is a 10-week-old, 13-inch baby southern sea otter. The orphan pup was found on a California beach last month.
You know, those first few days when she lost her
You have to
mom
keep
were
it in the
probably very
bathtub.
scary times.
That's fine.
The southern
kids
or
think that
California
showering's a
sea otter
once-a-week
is a
thing
threatened
anyway.
species, with fewer than 3,000 animals left in the wild. But luckily for Cayucos, she was rescued and brought to Chicago's Shed Aquarium, one of the top marine mammal facilities in the world. And she seems to be adjusting just fine.
She is a baby. They like to play, they like to explore, they like to get into mischief.
But baby otters, like baby humans, also need round-the-clock care. So the shed has a dozen surrogate moms to feed her and to begin to teach her how to be an otter. The shed first started caring for otters in 1989 in the wake of the Exxon Valdez disaster. That's when Kenai was rescued. She's now the matriarch.
She's 23 now, and she's got a nice retired life right now.
But before Cayucos can hang with the grown-ups, she's got a lot to learn.
Want some more? Turn over. Good.
Like eating solid food while floating on her back.
I've heard that.
But watch out, those teeth are sharp. She also has to learn how to groom, and otter's thick coat has to be maintained for their very survival. And like most kids, when she doesn't get her way, she lets you know.
If they don't groom themselves, they could die.
Cayucos is the 9th pup raised here, and while she'll never be returned to the wild, she will teach scientists more about her species. And soon be delighting visitors, because like most babies, she's irresistibly cute. Kevin Nibbles, NBC, Chicago.
One of the goals of this presentation is to introduce you to multiple animals. In just a moment, you're going to meet a red-tailed hawk named Echo. Today we're going to be working on flight training. We're going to be asking Echo to join us right out here on this walkway, right out in front of all of you. So please remember to remain seated. And also double check to make sure your flash is turned off. We want to make sure to set these animals up for success. Both of those things can be a little bit distracting to the animals, so thank you so much for your help with that. We're not teaching Echo how to fly, we're asking him to fly on cue to a specific location there in the back of the habitat. Now it looks like Jenny and Echo
there's
and
Echo over there.
just about ready, so I'm going to take a step back and let you watch this flight in action. Ladies and gentlemen, Echo.
He's gorgeous. It's a red-tailed hawk. Which, when Zach had Miss Thorndike told Zach that they were extinct.
because Echo maybe chose not to fly for us today, instead we're going to get Echo comfortable with being in front of groups of people. And so, what we're doing is we're simply getting Echo accustomed to being in front of all of you. So we're positively reinforcing Echo simply for just being out here with things that Echo enjoys. Now, Echo is a red-tailed hawk, which is the most common bird of prey in the United States. You can find them in any of the continental United States.
I see them on my
red-tailed hawk,
walks.
of course, gets its name from that beautiful auburn tail that you can see right there. A red-tailed hawk has amazing vision. They can see something as small as a mouse from as high up as 120 feet in the air.
Echo's not happy.
They can see all of the colors that we can see, but they can also see things in the ultraviolet range of colors as well. So they can see more colors than we can see. They can actually see warmth, something as small as a mouse, a nice warm mouse, in a very cold field. It helps them to hunt. You see that Jenny is using that strong glove to protect her from Echo's talons, which is what Echo uses to pick up its prey. Something can be as big as a skunk is something that Echo can pick up. Let's get a big round of applause for Echo and Jenny.
Mud was scared.
Thank you so much, guys, for providing a positive experience for Echo. That helps them get Echo comfortable with being in front of groups of people. Now, did you see how we were thanking Echo for joining us in this game? We were thanking Echo with nice, juicy, tasty pieces of mouse. You or I might not be excited to find a piece of mouse on our dinner plate when we return home, but for a hawk, it's a delicacy, providing for some great positive reinforcement for Echo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, by a round of applause, is there anybody out there who might be interested in meeting the beluga whales?
And these are little kids will wave their hands over there.
So here come the belugas. You'll see them taking the stage. If you look to the back of the habitat, you'll see that we changed the background to be more suitable for a beluga whale. Nice ice and snow-covered mountain caps. These whales come from very, very cold areas. That's why they're colored white, so they can blend in to the ice and snow that often covers the water in the Arctic North. We also want to talk about why the training that we do here at Shed is so important. Now, if we look into the habitat right now, we're actually going to be able to see some of the ways. Actually, we're going to say hello first. You'll hear the beluga whales saying hello using their vocalizations. Those vocalizations are a great way for whales to communicate with each other. Now we're going to talk about why this training is so important. Now, if you look into the habitat right now, you'll see some of the ways in which we actually turn medical positions into games that the animals play. If you look towards the island in the back of the habitat, you're going to see that Emmy, what she's doing right now is she's getting Nunavik used to just having a tube put near his mouth. Now, eventually, we might insert that tube all the way down into Nunavik's stomach to administer fluids or medicine. Now, this is not uncomfortable for the whales. They're used to this feeling. They swallow their food whole. They don't have a gag reflex like we do, so it doesn't cause any discomfort. It's a great way to actually provide that medicine or other things that they need. But we practice the game just to make sure. Now you'll see that Emmy is actually looking at his dental health. Now, of his teeth, his tongue, and his gums. Now, the game aspect of this dental examination comes into how we encourage Nunavik to open his mouth with a tickle on the tongue or a spritz of water. Now, if you look over here to the island on the left, you'll see that our special guests, Kelly and April, are looking inside of the whale's mouth. We're giving Kayabak a nice tickle on the tongue. What we're doing right there is we were just looking at Kayabak's eye. We check to make sure that the eyes are clear instead of cloudy or hazy. It provides a good overall picture of the animal's health. You also see that we're touching the animal. During regular medical checkups, we will have to touch the animal. So it's important during these games to touch them, to make sure that they're comfortable with being touched, even by people who are unfamiliar. This is the first time that Kayabak and Kelly have met. And so it's important for the whale to learn what it's like to work with people that it might not recognize. On occasion, veterinarians enter the habitat to work with the beluga whales, but the vets aren't with the whales every day like the trainers are. So it's important for the whales to meet these new people and have fun engaging with them. So thank you so much for your help. Let's get a big round of applause for Kelly. She did an awesome job. Turning these medical positions into games helps us to keep the animals both healthy and happy at the very same time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen how we train the animals. You've seen why this training is so important. Now we're going to put that all together. We're going to show you how that works. To do that, I don't need to say anything more. Just turn it over to the trainers and the beluga whales.
Look at that one up there. Hard to catch them all three doing something. He's going down. He's coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beluga whales. Let's give a big round of applause for all the trainers we met in today's presentation as well. Thank you so much for joining us for our aquatic show. We hope you enjoyed learning about how and why we train the animals here at Shed Aquarium. Now that the show is over, you have two options to exit